So shifting gears a little bit off of the build components or the objects here, Tyler's going to talk about the kind of evolution of platform user management here, which is a really exciting piece, a big change for how users are going to be interacting with all the things we just talked about, tools and flows and integration workspaces. So Tyler, if you want to talk a little bit about what we've already released and then kind of lay out the future where we're going with user management.
Yeah. So over the past quarter or so, integrations, workspaces, kind of interchangeably calling them right now, are ways to segment off who can do what within the platform, right? So an integration itself is a set of resources that you can then choose who can edit what and who can use and view what within the platform. And so over the past quarter, we've now implemented APIs to be available within integration. So historically, APIs have only been available at the account level. So only administrators could be making APIs. But now anybody that's a manager, custom role user, or a monitor user can see and manage those APIs directly within the integrations that they have access to. And then next would be lookup caches. So lookup caches also have the same thing where they were only available at the account level, or you could create them within Mapper, within transformation, but you could never really fully see the lookup cache table itself. So with this, we've now allowed lookup caches to be registered to integrations, just like connections can be registered to integrations. So this allows anybody that can manage that integration, they can now manage that lookup cache or see that lookup cache and see the values within there, so they can more easily build out the integrations, build out the flows and APIs that reference those. And then coming soon, later in this half, would be a lot of role-based access improvements. So having a couple different types of roles, allowing you to create custom roles where you can say who can view what resources in Celigo. Again, personal access tokens, like I mentioned earlier, custom roles and permission sets, and then user provisioning via SCIM, which would be really utilized by enterprises to know that when a user leaves the company, they also lose access to everything else. And with SCIM comes a lot of other things like, now that MCP servers are so prevalent within organizations, MCP servers have longer living tokens in a different session than the UI. So once that user gets deprovisioned, it's crucial to also deprovision them from MCP servers that they have access to. So all this is coming later in this half, and exciting stuff to be building out on the governance layer for Celigo.
Yeah, and Tyler, I think what's cool about this is if you're an admin already of the platform, you may not have noticed this stuff, but if you're an admin looking to add more builders to help you manage Celigo, or builders within your org that want to build automations and use Celigo, it's kind of giving you the admin confidence, whether it's an IT team or just an admin of the Celigo platform, that they're going to have the right access and the security to say you can build and I'm going to give you the right resources. So really exciting as we look to kind of expand the scope of who can be a builder and making sure they have the right access. And a big part of that, right, is also a new type of user. So it's not just a builder, but a very exciting kind of end user. So Tyler, if you could kind of lay out like how people are using it today, and then maybe what they're going to see in the future with the end user profile.
Yeah, for sure. So right now, with all of our users in Celigo, for the most part, they are typically there because they need to build integrations, or they need to monitor integrations or monitor flows, right? They're fixing errors, they're retrying errors, resolving errors, they're building out new flows and APIs for your business, for all your backend office. But when you start releasing MCP servers, which we just put out in January, you run into this other, type of problem where, these users that are accessing MCP servers, they, for the most part, probably are never going to be actually building MCP servers, or they're not going to be building integrations or monitoring errors. So you end up with two completely different segments of users. You've got your entire company, which would be end users to the MCP server solution that you're building. And then you've got your traditional Celigo users who are the ones building those MCP servers and building those integrations for the backend. And so coming soon, we're releasing a new user type that will be that end consumer, so that consumer of solutions that are built on the Celigo platform. So for now, it's MCP servers, We have a lot of other things in the roadmap that would additionally use end users because these are solutions being built on Celigo. And what these end users will be able to do is you'll be able to completely manage them separate from your workspace users, different groups, different users, completely custom roles, just-in-time provisioning, all that good stuff that enterprises need to manage hundreds of users and what resources they have access to.